I think the problem with today is that we have dreams that are way too small. You know, we're on the third Sunday of Advent. There are 2 Sundays of the year that we wear robes, this being one of them. It's called Gaudete Sunday. Comes from the first word in Latin of the entrance antiphon for today's Mass, which means rejoice. Not only rejoice because we're almost through Advent, but also rejoice for the Lord is coming. And we hear in our first reading this vision of what's going to happen when the Lord comes. The blind will see. The lame will walk. All of these great things are going to happen. And we hear them when the disciples of John are sent out to Jesus. And they say, "Are you the one who is to come?" He says, "Well, tell John." He doesn't answer him. He just says, "Go back and tell John. The blind see. The lame walk. See what is going on, and you will know that the presence of God is among us." I think that's very important because our vision is not about, what's Santa going to bring me for Christmas or whatever. Our vision is much bigger than that. Our vision is bigger than our wallet or our household or our health. Our vision is huge. That with the coming of the Lord, the day of the Lord will radically change the whole world. But unfortunately, we're not very patient. And the season of Advent calls us to be patient. And you say, "Well, we've been being patient for 5,000 years. How much do you want?" Longer than that. Much longer than that. God's time is so much bigger. And yet, those people who recognize the presence of the living God among them, Emmanuel, God among us, see this huge vision being realized in their lives every single day. The world gets turned upside down, and it changes everything. But unfortunately, I think our vision is too small. We don't see as God sees. We have little vision when we say peace, or when we say the lame will walk, or when we say the deaf will hear. We think it means, it means my cousin. So much bigger. So much more. It means a world that has returned to the way God meant it to be on the day of creation. A world that is restored to wholeness and to health. A world that once again is in complete union with the living God. And all these divisions and problems are taken away. But it's interesting because Jesus doesn't talk about it. He doesn't say, "Oh yes, I've been teaching about that for several weeks now." He just tells the disciples, tell John what you see and hear. The blind see, the lame walk. If you and I, by virtue of our participation in the Eucharist, become part of the living body of God, will people be able to see what we do and hear what we say and know the truth of Emmanuel? God is with his people. Dream big, because our God is bigger than anything we could possibly dream.